Guys, today I will be sharing how to make Burn Basque Cheesecake. So to begin, preheat the oven at 220 degrees Celsius. For the ingredients, we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1½ teaspoon of vanilla, 1½ tablespoon of corn flour or cornstarch or 16 grams, 3/4 cup or 167 of granulated white sugar, 3 eggs, 1 cup of whipping cream, and 2 boxes of Philadelphia cream cheese, which is 250 grams each. So to begin, we're going to prepare our pan. So lightly spray oil or brush oil into the pan that you're going to use. This is 8 by 3. To the pan, I'm going to put parchment paper or baking paper. I'm doing double layer so I can easily take this out later. If you can put the parchment paper without any crease, that would be amazing, because the cheesecake will take the form of the parchment paper. And clean out the excess parchment paper, but make sure that you have overhanging parts so you can pull out the cheesecake easy later. So remove the crease as much as possible. Spray the parchment paper with oil or brush it with oil. This is just an extra step to make sure that the cheesecake will come out easy later. So in a bowl, combine the cheesecake, the sugar, the corn flour or cornstarch, and the salt. To mix this or beat this slightly, you don't need to use a hand mixer for this. If your cheesecake is at room temperature, you can just use a spatula to mix the ingredients. So mix this until it is well combined. Stop to scrape down the side of the bowl. Use slow to medium speed in mixing. At this point, we're going to add 1½ teaspoon of vanilla. Give it a mix. Once the vanilla is combined, we're going to add the whipping cream, thickened cream, as long as it's 35% milk fat. Add half of the cream first. Stop and scrape down the side of the bowl. Then finally add the remaining cream. Finally, we're going to add the eggs one at a time, mixing in each addition. We don't want to add in all the eggs at once because we're going to split the mixture. By the way, your egg should be at room temperature. So each time you add an egg, make sure to scrape down the side of the bowl as well, just to make sure that everything is combining well. Lightly tap your bowl so that all the air bubbles that is trapped in the middle of the cheesecake will go to the top, and then just mix it so they burst. Do this about 2 to 3 times. And now finally we can transfer the cheesecake mixture into the prepared pan. So before baking, we're going to give this a tap again and pop all the air bubbles that surfaces on the top of the cheesecake. And then we're going to bake this in a preheated oven at 220 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, decrease the temperature of the oven to 200 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until you achieve the burnt color of the cheesecake that you like. And this is what it looks like after baking. You can see that there is still a jiggle in the middle. That's perfect. So let this cool down completely. And once it cools down completely, cover this with cling wrap and let it chill in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. So after about 2 to 3 hours, the cheesecake is ready to be taken out of the pan. Remove the cheesecake from the pan using the parchment paper. Be gentle when you do this. Now gently peel off the parchment paper. So before removing the final parchment paper, use a flat edge spatula just to make sure that the cheesecake is not sticking to the parchment paper. And then just use a scissor to cut small portion of the parchment paper. Then clean your cake platter. And this is the finished product. Although it doesn't look very pretty, but I can guarantee that you're going to love this. The cheesecake is so light and it's not too sweet. So I hope you give this a try. It is really easy to make. You just have to watch the cheesecake when it's cooking. And just to show you what it looks like inside when you cut the cheesecake in half. Just gonna put this on top to take some photos. And now I'm going to show you a close-up look inside of the cheesecake. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you do like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook as well. Thank you so much.